Greetings, and welcome to this brief presentation on the introduction to the United Nations Resource Management System, also known as UNRMS. In this presentation, we will learn what is UNRMS, why UNRMS, its structure, and how to use. Let's begin and take a closer look at the UNRMS. It's a system designed to reshape the way we manage our natural resources in a world facing growing environmental and economic challenges. Now, UNRMS is not just a framework, it's a comprehensive approach to integrating sustainability into resource management. It provides structured, principle-based system that helps government, industries, and communities, all stakeholders, manage resources more efficiently and responsibly. At its core, UNRMS aligns with global commitments such as the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs, and the Paris Agreement. So it ensures that resources use supports long-term economic growth while safeguarding the environment and promoting social well-being. What makes UNRMS essential? UNRMS prioritizes transparency, equity, and sustainability across the entire resource life cycle, so from extraction all the way to consumption. By adopting UNRMS, stakeholders can move towards a more balanced, fair, and future-proof approach to resource management, ensuring that today's actions do not compromise the needs of future generations. So this system is designed to serve as a global volunteer system for resource management, accessible to governments, industry, investor, and civil society, an innovative framework that supports the development of policies and regulations for sustainable resource management. It's a comprehensive methodology to guide decision making across projects, portfolios, and asset level management. Lastly, a sustainability framework that facilitates the financing of resource sectors. Now that we've established what UNRMS is, let's take a step further and ask ourselves, why do we need it? So the reality is that our current patterns of resource use are unsustainable. We extract, produce, and consume resources in ways that deplete natural reserves, disrupt ecosystems, and create long-term risks for both the environment and society. Now, if we continue on this path, we will face resource shortages, environmental degradation, and economic instability, of course, jeopardizing sustainable development. This is where UNRMS comes in. Its purpose is clear: to ensure that natural resources are managed in an integrated and sustainable way, benefiting both present and future generations. UNRMS provides a solutions driven approach to tackle the complex challenges of sustainable development. So think of it as a Swiss Army knife, a versatile tool that brings together the latest high impact technologies to enhance efficiency at every stage of resource management, from exploration all the way to extraction, processing, and use. UNRMS helps ensure that resources are used responsibly, with minimal waste. Now we understand why UNRMS is essential, but let's take a look at how it is structured to support sustainable resource management. As seen on the slide, UNRMS is built on 12 fundamental principles and requirements that guide the responsible use of natural resources. These principles are structured around economic, environmental, social, and governance considerations, along with facilitating principles that promote innovation, collaboration, and capacity building. Together, they ensure that resource management aligns with the Sustainable Development Goals and fosters a more sustainable and equitable future. Now, beyond these principles, UNRMS also includes a comprehensive toolkit designed to facilitate decision making and optimize resource management. Now, these tools will provide standardized methodologies and approaches to achieve the objectives of UNRMS. This includes tools like a clean energy index that promotes the transition to low carbon solutions, service orientation in resource use, ensuring that efficiency and circularity are adopted, a resource supply system, enhancing security and accessibility, blockchain and artificial intelligence model, bringing innovation to resource tracking, monitoring, and management. Now, a critical raw materials dashboard is also one of the tools promoted by UNRMS that provide real-time data to support policy and industry decisions. To ensure its continuous development and effective implementation, the UNRMS subgroup of the Expert Group on Resource Management is tasked with the development and maintenance of UNRMS, ensuring that it remains a dynamic and adaptable framework. Now, the next question is, how do we apply UNRMS in practice? Now, UNRMS is designed, again, as a principle-based, flexible, and adaptable system that caters to the diverse needs of stakeholders across industries, governments, and civil society. Its strength lies in its ability to tailor to different contexts and resource challenges, flexibility. Here's how UNRMS can be used in real-world applications. So let's talk about resource assessment and reporting. It provides, again, a standardized approach for classifying and communicating resource information across different regions and resource types, ensuring consistency and transparency, interlinked with the UNFC, the United Nations Framework Classification for Resources. Again, another case would be resource management and planning. By identifying opportunities and risks, UNRMS helps to optimize resource allocation, supporting long-term sustainability. Another point is resource government and regulation. UNRMS aligns with resource policies with the SDGs and international best practices, strengthening regulatory frameworks. Another point is resource financing and investment. So it helps in enhancing transparency and accountability, also facilitating capital mobilization for resource projects, making investments more secure and sustainable. So we're talking about sustainable investments here. Finally, as we conclude, let's reflect on the bigger picture. So sustainable resource management is not just a necessity, it's imperative. Guided by these 12 principles, UNRMS is more than just a framework. It is a pathway to a future where economic growth and environmental stewardship go hand in hand. These principles are not just ideals, they are actions, concrete steps towards a more sustainable, transparent, and equitable world or future. The importance of this work has been recognized at the highest level. For example, the United Nations Economic and Social Council, ECOSOC, has endorsed UNRMS, calling for its global application to support sustainable resource management. In addition, UNRMS plays a key role in supporting the UN Secretary General's panel on critical energy transition minerals, principles, and recommendations. By embracing internationally recognized frameworks like UNRMS, we can drive meaningful change, ensure that resource management is not only efficient but also sustainable, inclusive, and future-proof. Thank you for tuning in. This was an introduction to the United Nations Resource Management System, UNRMS.